morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanama. Let's begin with the top stories so far. Road expansion drive hits a snag. Public to bear the brunt of air pollution for few more years following Supreme Court's decision of land compensation to local residents. The Nepal Communist Party-led government fails to deliver as per people's liking despite 6 months since its formation. Nepal and Bangladesh sign energy agreement. Bangladesh willing to buy at least 500 megawatts electricity and invest in energy sector in Nepal. And Manchester United kicks off the English Premier League campaign with a clinical 2-1 win over Leicester City. Let's begin with the latest national political updates. It has been 6 months since the formation of the government led by Nepal Communist Party. The government, however, has failed to deliver as per the liking of the public. Transport, drinking water, education and health are among the basic necessities of life. The public will feel a sense of development after enjoying these basic facilities. However, the Nepal Communist Party government that shot into limelight with popular slogans has not been able to fulfill these basic necessities of life. There is growing uncertainty over Melamchi drinking water project, which was earlier said to hit the Kathmandu taps by October this year. Even as the Prime Minister himself had given the directive of repair works of Kathmandu roads, the decision is yet to be fully implemented. The private sector continues to edge past the government in terms of education and health facilities. The government has ambitious plans of operating railroads, exporting food grains within 5 years, producing 15,000 megawatts of electricity in 15 years, among others. However, it has failed to improve the daily plights of the public life across the country. And moving on, it's been 10 years that the people in Kathmandu have been bearing the brunt of air pollution in the name of road expansion drive. During this time, not even 50% of the works have been completed, to the dismay of the public. Following Supreme Court's decision to provide land compensation to the affected people, the expansion works of at least 500 kilometers of road has been in a limbo. It means that the people in Kathmandu won't be able to get rid of themselves the ongoing pollution for at least another few years. The Tripureshwar Kalanki Nagdhunga road expansion that kicked off in 2015 has already accounted for 980 million rupees. Announcing its verdict on a writ filed by 37 local residents, the Supreme Court directed the government to provide compensation for the land as well. The apex body decision is likely to hamper the expansion drive, as prior to this, the government was only providing compensation to the demolished parts of houses and shelters. Of the possible 900 kilometers of road expansion, only 400 kilometers have been completed as of yet. The latest Supreme Court decision might dent 40 billion rupees from the national coffers in the form of a compensation amount. The government might have to cough up an equal amount in case compensation is provided to victims who had earlier only received it for their buildings. If the government fails to pipe out the compensation amount, the expansion works cannot move ahead. The government is currently trying to file a writ urging the apex body to reconsider its decision. The Department of Road, meanwhile, is all set to blacktop the roads where expansion works have been completed. Welcome back. The lawmakers from the ruling parties yesterday called on the Prime Minister, criticizing the modus operandi of the government. During an interaction with the Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli at Singadarwa, the ruling lawmakers from Province 5 flayed the government, saying that it has not been able to work as per the people's aspirations. The lawmakers suggested that the government bureaucracy needed to be more efficient, and if that called for a change of ministers, it should be done. The lawmakers also opined that Finance Minister Yuvraj Khatiwala should be removed, as the centre has not released enough budget to the provinces. Prime Minister Oli, on his part, said that the results of the government with two-thirds majority would now start showing up. Nepal and Bangladesh signed an energy agreement yesterday. Energy Minister Barsha Manpun and State Minister for Energy from Bangladesh, Narsul Hamid, signed the agreement paper in Kathmandu amid a function yesterday. The agreement has paved way for energy transactions between the two nations. Bangladesh, which has been facing energy crisis, is ready to import electricity from Nepal and has also shown its inclination for investing in hydropower projects. Prior to the signing of the agreement, both the sides had held bilateral discussions. During talks, Bangladesh expressed the intent of at least buying 500 megawatts of electricity. Energy Minister Pun said that the agreement can prove milestone in the export of electricity. A Secretary and Joint Secretary level committee from both the countries is on the offing for the implementation of the agreement. The Bangladeshi State Minister for Energy, Narsul Hamid, said that Bangladesh was working towards transforming the nation as a developed state by 2041, and to achieve that, the country needed massive energy. He added that the government of Bangladesh and the private sector were also willing to invest in the energy sector in Nepal. Now, it has already been 5 months since the formation of Provincial Assembly and Province Government. However, the province capital and the name of the province have not been decided as of yet.
Public Voice.
प्रदेश सभा सञ्चालनमा आएको 5 महिना बितिसकेको छ। यतिका समय बितिसक्दा पनि प्रदेश सभाले प्रदेशको राजधानी र प्रदेशको नाम टुङ्ग्याउन सकेको छैन। प्रदेशको राजधानी र प्रदेशको नाम टुङ्ग्याउन नसकेको विषयमा प्रदेशका मन्त्री र सर्वसाधारणलाई हामीले आज सोधेका छौं।
छलफलको क्रममा नै अलिकति दीर्घकालीन महत्त्वको विषय भएको हुनाले यसमा सकेसम्म कम विवादबाट गुज्रनुपर्छ भन्ने हिसाबले ढिलो भएको।
इटहरी धरान अथवा धनकुटा कतै लानलाई हो कि नाम तोक्न र राजधानी तोक्न ढिलो गरेको?
प्रदेशको राजधानी विराटनगर सबै सुविधा सम्पन्न भएको हुनाले विराटनगर नै हुनुपर्छ भन्ने छ। त्यसमा पनि ढिलाइ भइरहेछ किन हो र नामाङ्कनमा पनि या त विराट या सगरमाथा अब जुन सोचेको छ राखेर गर्दै छिटो राम्रो हुँदो भने
केही कार्यकर्तालाई चित्त बुझाउन मात्रै यो ढिलाइ गरेको हो कि जस्तो लाग्छ।
It's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And the question is, why has the government failed to ease the daily life of the public? Your options are A, unable to decide priority, and B, transitional hassles. The voting for that question is on. Type NEWS, select your option A or B and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's now time for the sports update.
Sports news.
Nepal's national volleyball team is making a return to Asian Games after a yawning gap of 32 years. Since volleyball has been declared the national game of Nepal, the men's volleyball team is representing the nation at the upcoming Asian Games. The players have gone a rigorous 75-day-long training in Mahendranagar under foreign coach before returning to Kathmandu on 31st of July. The last time volleyball team had participated in the Asian Games was in 1986 Seoul Asiad. Volleyball since then had failed to be a part of Asian Games, citing lack of budget. The former player Jagdish Bhatta, who is currently the coach of national team, has the bitter experience of the national team being denied the opportunity to feature in the 1998 Bangkok Asiad at the last moment. Nepal had just managed to win its first volleyball medal in the last 43 years by claiming a bronze in the 3rd AVC Central Zone Men's Volleyball Championship. Despite feeble infrastructure, the Volleyball Association has brought 2 coaches from the Netherlands to expose the players to some quality training. Nepal is pitted against South Korea and Chinese Taipei at the Asian Games. South Korea is a strong side, while a win against Taipei can help Nepal improve world ranking. That's all for the moment. Stay with us for more news and entertainment on KTV HD. Our next English bulletin will air at 11 a.m. Have a great day ahead.